Good afternoon and welcome to CIOtv. I'm Jennifer Hopper, Chief Strategy Officer for AuditMax, and I am joined by Tyrone Ferguson from Security Bank of Kansas City, Kansas. Tyrone, welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on the show today. Just to get started real quick, if you would introduce yourself and a little bit about your position at Security Bank.
Well, you said I'm Tyrone. I'm the Chief Information Security Officer of Security Bank of Kansas City. I've been there about 5 years, and it's been a thrill ride. Honestly, we've done a lot of things in those 5 years.
A lot of things have changed in the last 5 years. That's for sure.
Yes, it has.
So I'm guessing it seems to come up on every show that we have, cybersecurity. I'm thinking that's probably a big part of your role and definitely your education in the last few years.
1,000% correct. Cybersecurity has been a focal point for our industry, just like most industries. Banks fall into the financial services industries. So it helps that we have regulations that we have to follow, but then you still have to go above and beyond those regulatory requirements.
Have to be smarter than the criminals at this point, which is a little hard.
It's really hard, to be honest with you.
Especially in the financial sector. So what got you into IT and finance? Was that your intent, your background in college, or did it just kind of go that way as it seems to for a lot of people?
Yeah, definitely just kind of went that way. I have a banking background. I think I've only worked at banks outside of my high school years of fast food. And so I've done a bunch of different things. I started off as banking back office operations, then moved into being a loan officer. Mortgage bubble burst. I was unemployed, and then I got hired at the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City back in 2007. And that was my first completely full-time IT job. It just kind of progressed from there.
That was probably a great place to gain some experience.
World-class organization. I learned a lot about process maturity, how to standardize items, come with a spirit of excellence. So it was really, really educational for me.
Fantastic. And that obviously led you into the position that you're in now.
It did. Literally fell into it. Was not looking for a job at all. And the magic of LinkedIn, someone reached out to me. I was like, well, sure, I'll take a look at it, and it kind of worked out.
Yeah, I'll explore my options. You just never know.
Exactly. I never intended to be in the position I'm in today at all.
We hear that often. We definitely hear a lot of people say that they didn't even have the intent to get into IT. It just the whole world is kind of shifting into an IT mode now, and all positions lead there. I can tell you, I surely did not. So, a quick question: what do you see being the biggest challenge in the next 2 to 3 years for IT leaders like yourself?
So you've probably heard a lot about the talent shortage, and then you'll probably hear more about just the pace of change.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to keep up just in general. Everyone's always trying to evolve. And there's a maturity process that has to come with that evolution. And so getting used to the new normal is something that I feel like IT leaders have to constantly do. And that's really, I don't see that slowing down at all.
No. Do you, as part of that, do you see the work from home staying where it is, or do you see the shift going back to the office in the next few years?
I think it stays where it is, but I'm a big believer in cycles. And I wholeheartedly believe that something will come along and everybody want to go back to the office.
I agree. I've said that too. I think there's everyone's kind of enjoying it now, but for the camaraderie and the collaboration, I think people are going to want at some point to go back to the office and kind of bring that back to the forefront. And it seems to be the way business was done for many years, and it worked great. So
Agreed.
It is very, very different. But I fully understand your feelings on the as far as the talent shortage. We feel it here. We're part of the STEM board, so we're trying to, to work with the foundation of the children and get them into more STEM jobs, especially, females and underserved kids, so that they understand that there's more opportunities out there. So it's a big initiative for, I think, everyone in the country, and if not everyone in the world, as IT jobs just continue to evolve. So big things on the horizon for sure.
Absolutely. That whole shift left mentality also means shifting left to from college to high school to middle school to elementary eventually. We're just going to be plucking them right out of fifth grade.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here's
Well,
your,
Tyrone, I appreciate everything you shared today, and hopefully we'll get an opportunity to talk again soon. And again, appreciate your patience, and thank you for being with us today.
thank you for having me. My pleasure. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, have a good one. And that's a wrap for CIO TV today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time.